This is a Pursuit Power episode, which means we put together my guests' answers all around one topic. And in this episode, we're talking about creating a morning routine that will set you up for success.
Rituals or habits that you think have helped in your success?
Daily rituals, things you do each day that set you up for success.
Tell us about some of the daily rituals, both health and mind, that you do every day.
But daily, I start out every single day. I have my normal workouts, but I start the day by jumping in a freezing cold water. And I do that as a mental discipline for myself, as well as for your lymph and for taking out, irritation and inflammation in the body. So I drop in 56-degree water, and I do it, to teach my brain when I say we're going to do something, we do it now. And I have such a habit of it now that there's no hesitancy. And I find there's no hesitancy anywhere else where I want to say to my brain, we're going to do this. I think self-mastery is the most important first lesson.
It's the basics. I think you got to get a good night's sleep. I think you got to exercise.
I exercise first. And exercise almost like, I would say 5 or 6 days of the week most of the time.
I go and I stretch for usually about 20 minutes. So it's usually like a vinyasa flow or just a calisthenic stretch.
Then I get up and there's a non-negotiable 35-minute power walk outside on the bay. I have my little hand weights and I'm doing the pumping and I'm doing my breathing.
That's awesome.
I'm doing my breathing exercises.
Always a bit of exercise in the morning.
When I was about 40 or so, I started going to a gym. I think that helps. It kind of wakes me up, because I'm not a morning person. I try and run every day so I can kind of not think about anything. I'm listening to my music. I like really loud rock. I work out very hard, so I get my blood level, and my positive endorphins.
Yep.
I get some positive energy going before I come into the building, and then I just do the best I can do.
One of the big things I changed in my life was I prioritized exercise. So exercise for me goes in my schedule like a meeting. And too many of us treat exercise as something malleable or flexible, where, oh my God, I have this amazing opportunity to meet with this person, I'll move my gym time. I don't.
I think people grossly underestimate the impact that exercise has on your mental health and your ability to focus and also your emotional well-being.
I go to a gym called Orange Theory, which is an hour-long circuit training, and I love that. And so in an amazing week, I go 4 times. In a busy travel season, I go 2 times.
And then, I have a whole series of yogic practices that I do for my flexibility, strength training that I do. I've got Billy Beck as my trainer. He's been rated the #1 trainer in the United States.
Do you have any daily success habits that set you up that you do every single morning or?
Pray.
Okay.
Definitely meditation.
I pray. I'm learning to meditate. I've been meditating after my workouts. I'm not great at it, but I'm learning.
I give my thanks.
Always some sort of rhythmic breathing. I've studied meditation for a very long time. I teach meditation now. It's a core part of my life. So those are the things I do to start my day.
So what I do is I concentrate for 3.5 minutes on just 3 things every morning that I'm incredibly grateful for.
For me, it's always silence, quiet. I have "be still" written on my wrist.
And the reason I go into gratitude is most people are wired for stress. They're wired for fear. They're wired for pissed off. And they've got a dirt road to happiness. And neurologically, the more you go into a state, the more wired you get to do it automatically. So I know that fear and anger are the things that mess people up. You cannot be grateful and be fearful simultaneously. You can't be angry and grateful simultaneously.
What I would suggest is you find a place in your house that you love. Hopefully you love somewhere in your house or a hotel room or wherever it is. Find that spot in your house and start to build a structure.
Okay.
Sit in that spot in your house and start to appreciate your life, appreciate yourself. Everyone I talk to, unless they're really working on themselves, digest more negative information in a day than positive about themselves. It's less about what they're doing right, more about what they're doing wrong. So unless we fuel our system with the right voices, the right messaging, we're kind of running on empty.
And I listen to podcasts. I'm a big podcaster, podcasting person. I love to listen to it. So I start listening to anything that's going to be that self-development stuff that you feel like you don't have time for later. So do that while I'm brushing my teeth, getting ready. In my car, before I even come in the house, I always write out my 3 most important things I need to do, because that's my quiet before I come in and there's a hassle. So I always know there's 3 things I have to do to help push me forward to my long-term goals of the business. and I put my focus time into those first.
Then I create a daily to-do list that is small.
Okay.
It starts off big, and then I edit it down, edit it down, edit it down, edit it down, and I say, I know I want to do these 20 things, but what 3, if I get them done, will everything be okay?
I do something called Tiger Time. So Tiger Time is in the morning, because I'm best in the mornings. I block out 3 or 4 hours just for content creation.
I can't do anything creative after 11 a.m. Nothing. Maybe 10 a.m. I mean, all of the magic happens for me in the morning in the dark. That's where I'm a soul and not a role. Okay. Then my day starts and all the children and the job and everything. So I do like business stuff for the rest of the day.
Then I do 20 minutes of just planning and thinking about the day. So I strategize the day. Then I do 20 minutes of reading or writing just to engage my mind creatively. And then I go.
And then I do 3 minutes where I think of what I call my 3 to thrive. What are the 3 most important outcomes I'm working on over the next 90 days or 6 months or 12 months? And I see them as done, completed, finished. I give thanks for it. And then I'm
Here are my top few keys to success for the rest of us when it comes to creating a powerful morning routine. Number 1, cover the physical basics. Guys, all of these successful people are getting plenty of sleep, they drink plenty of water, they eat clean, and they get regular exercise. No excuses. Number 2, cover the emotional basics. We've talked about this before in other videos, the importance of daily gratitude, daily reflection, and daily self-care. Number 3, take control of your day by taking control of your morning. This means being proactive rather than reactive. So instead of first thing checking your email, checking your notifications, checking your messages, instead making your own plan about what you think is important for the day, ruthlessly prioritize, and then get to reacting to people later. Number 4, put your creative, most challenging work first. You'll notice that many of them said that they write in the morning, or that they spend time brainstorming or doing their creation or creating content. Many times we think, oh, let me just get these little emails out of the way, let me get some of this calendar management, some of these small tasks out, and then I'll focus on what's important. But we've been there over and over again, haven't we? The small stuff expands and suddenly it's almost the end of the day and you haven't worked on what's important. So make time in your morning for the most important, not necessarily urgent, tasks. Lastly, number 5, routine means routine, you guys, as in every single day. It may sound boring or monotonous, but you'll find as you start to practice this that there's actually freedom in knowing exactly what your morning's going to be like, in taking charge of your day right off the bat, and having the freedom to schedule later the fun stuff that you want to incorporate into your life. So make sure that you're taking charge of every day with these simple tasks every single morning. To watch these interviews in their entirety and to see other influencer interviews with people like Lewis Howes, Michael Hyatt, John Acuff, Marie Forleo, Chalene Johnson, and more, go to thepursuit.tv.